Hi friends, how are you all? This is Atisham and welcome to Lost in Spain. Today I bring you day 5 of our road trip to Rome. On this day we visited the National Park of Cinque Terre. The Cinque Terre National Park has been declared World Heritage by UNESCO. You can discover them by ferry, by road even, but the best way to visit all these places is by train using La Spezia as your base. And there is a train pass that you can use for full day, and there is a 2-day train pass also that gives you unlimited travel on the train. Since we had only one morning free, we decided to visit two of the main villages of Cinque Terre, that is Vernazza and Manarola. The train ride is really beautiful. It goes on the mountain along the sea. You are passing many tunnels and suddenly you come out of the tunnel, you see the beautiful sea in front of you. So we started with Vernazza. You just get down at the station. These are very small villages. There is hardly any public transport. You cannot find any buses or taxis. Obviously, the best way to discover and see these places is going on foot. So we walked through the main street connecting the train station. Since train is the main source of communication, the main street is where all the things are happening. Since it was morning time, all the delivery trucks from nearby towns had come there to deliver all the stuff. And then we went on the higher side of the hill to have the view of the town from the higher point. So there was a church dedicated to Santa Margarita at the coast, and at the coast there were some cafes and restaurants. We had our breakfast at one of the places near the church, and then we explored the city going through these narrow lanes. And of course the Google Maps will not work in all these narrow places because you don't get the satellite connection. This gave me a feeling of San Remo. These are the same kind of houses that are supported with the arches between them. So the town architecture, like every other place in Italy, is beautiful, and the weather was also nice. So we went to the higher part, and as you reach the mountain area, there is a post that is the beginning of the national park area. So you need to have a special entrance ticket if you want to go and walk into the national park. Since we were not going into the national park, we stopped right at the entrance, and from there we could have the beautiful view of the village down. Then we came down and walked back to the train station, and we took another train ride to the second village known as Manarola. So that is going back towards the direction of La Spezia.
Attenzione, informiamo che fino a domenica 4 settembre.
So now we are in Manarola. That is, I think, is much bigger than the earlier place we saw, and more activity here. So Manarola was much more happening than the earlier village we visited because it's bigger, you have more things to see and do, and people were just sitting on the rocks around the shore and enjoying the sun. And some people were coming with the ferries also. You could see the ferries that were coming from other places. As I told you before, because ferry is a nice way to see, but it's much more slower. Since we had already taken the ferry in the last place we had been, in San Frutuoso, we chose the fastest and obviously the cheapest means also, that is the train. So friend, after these beautiful villages of Cinque Terre, I'll go back to La Spezia where I parked my car, and then we drive to Pisa and Lucca where we are staying tonight. So from La Spezia we headed to Lucca, that is around 80 kilometers from there, hardly 1 hour distance. It's a beautiful town that is surrounded with the 16th century walls, and our hotel was right in the city center. So we had to take our car right into the city walls. It's actually restricted area, but since you stay in the hotel, you're allowed to take your car inside. So there was like a private owner, I think it was like Airbnb kind of apartment. So we had to get in touch with her that we are arriving at such and such time. She was there with the keys, and she told her where to leave our car. And after we checked in, we left our baggage and everything. Then we went from here to Pisa because our main destination of the day was to visit Pisa, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and actually we had booked ticket to go on the tower through the staircase that is inside the tower. So now we are going from Lucca to Pisa through the country road. So from Lucca to Pisa is 30 to 35 kilometers, half an hour ride, and we had to park our car in a street that we were lucky we found some space on, because as you were arriving the tower area, since there are very few underground parkings, there was a big congestion just to take your car to the parking area. And then after parking our car, it's like 5-7 minutes walk, we reached the Tower of Pisa. That is actually the tower of the cathedral, and next to the cathedral we have the baptistery also. Since we had booked the tower ticket, that gave us access to all the other places also, the baptistery, the cathedral, and obviously you had to go to the tower on the time that we had around 8:30, and before that you had to leave all your bags and stuff that you're carrying on you in a cloakroom facility.
Yo creo que en 20 minutos estamos fuera.
First of all, climbing the tower is really strange experience, because there comes a moment as you're going on the spiral staircase that you actually feel that you are about to fall, because it's inclined on that path. And after you come over that strange feeling, you reach on the top. There are 2 levels, one in the middle and one right on the top, which is a beautiful viewpoint. You can go around and have a look at the full city of Pisa around you.
So after Pisa, we are going back to Lucca. We'll have dinner, obviously, and tomorrow we'll drive to Florence. And on the way, we are going to stop at some place called Monte Catini. I think is the right name. So see you tomorrow. Bye bye.